Well. Long time no see. A while ago at the start of my prep, I said that I would be bringing long form videos all throughout my prep, and I apologize that I have not been. I kind of been getting caught up with some other work stuff and business stuff, and I got a new schedule at work, so just like throwing in the long form videos kind of fell to the back of my head, kind of on the back burners. 4.5 weeks out now. I've been pushing pretty hard for quite a while. We have some refeeds though. Like last year for my prep, I never got any refeeds, so this prep hasn't been hard by any means. Really the hardest that it's been has been like actually it's like today. In the past couple of days, like I thought today I was gonna get a high day. I shouldn't have. That's one thing on a prep, you should never try and predict your high days because they almost never like come to fruition. They never come true. But I thought that I was gonna get a high day today because I woke up at a low today. He's like, let's run another low day. So I'm running on another low food day, which is fine because the more pilled I can get, the more fat me in the past is happy. So I don't even care. So, but today we got my push session, my chest focused upper session. Not much has changed. I actually switched out the first fly movement for dumbbell flies instead of cable flies. I did dumbbell flies last week because I didn't want to wait on the cables, and I was so sore afterwards. So I'm gonna run them again because they felt good. And that's something you can do in your training too. If you switch up on movement and it feels super good when you do it, keep it in, switch it up, and have a little fun with your training. But probably won't talk too much during the training. Probably just more raw training stuff. Get in, get my cardio done, get my meal in, get out of here. But so we got chest on the menu. Let's get right into it. Dumbbell flies are one of those workouts, kind of like side laterals, where I will never understand the point in going heavy on them because there's such a risk. Like even times with me, like I've never gotten hurt doing dumbbell flies, but I have like a bad shoulder, and sometimes if I go too heavy and I go a little too deep, very scary feeling. Fan of doing these pretty light, so I'll just use like the 30, 35s and get 12 to 15 reps on those. And I don't know what it was about last week, but I woke up the next day after doing these for the first time, and like I can't remember the last time I did dumbbell flies. Before that, I always did cable. I thought cable was like the only way you should do flies, and then I did those dumbbell flies last week. Woke up, hadn't been that sore in like months. So I'm gonna run these again. 3 sets of total 15 reps, 12 to 15 reps, and then we'll move on into our incline Smith. So. Second, bro, I need y'all to peep this fit real quick. Red Gasp shirt. Everybody tag and share this at Gasp so I can become the youngest athlete on Gasp. Now, that's like one of my big goals one day is to be sponsored by Gasp. Gasp, kind of my coach. He's sponsored by Gasp, and he's living the bodybuilder lifestyle. And that's kind of my goal for one of these days, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. But man, my pressing strength has really just stalled out, maintained. Hasn't dropped too bad. My pressing strength before wasn't good anyway, so like the numbers I do on incline or flat press aren't that impressive anyways. But just with the low food and everything, they've definitely taken a hit. But we're doing what we can with what we got. So. If y'all saw there at the end, that's what I've been doing on the end of all my T-bar row sets is whenever I fail, I'm going to do with some shrugs. And I don't know what it is. I saw my coach doing it, but it burns because obviously you're not going to be able to get all the way back the whole time because obviously you're going to fail at some point. So throwing in some shrugs at the end of your T-bar row sets has been a game changer for me. Drop set, fuck it. It's so crazy how prep goes, like, you blink, and especially if, like, I'm not trying to say I'm a super busy guy, but, like, I have some things I'm thinking of all the time, like, you know, my business, my job, some other things, and you blink. I swear to God, I was literally just 16 weeks out. Like, I was like, 16 weeks is like the paramount, like, you're in prep now, and then I blink, now I'm 4.5. It's like, where did the time go? But 4 weeks is crazy. It's like what? Or 4.5, so like 30 days. 30 days, and like that whole peak week is pretty much no training, and it's like very, you know, in detail with the diet, so more like 3.5, basically. So it's crazy, but I'm excited, man. Like, my goal, kind of for every bodybuilder, you have like certain, you know, goals you want to tick off, and so like my first one is just to win my class, you know, novice. What is it, class C, I guess, because I'm 6 foot and above, so it'd be 6 foot. I think that's how it goes. I don't know. First goal is to win my class. Second goal will be to win an overall. You know, that'd be dope if I could win the overall at this show. I'm not. Hell, I think I could. I think I will, actually. But first goal is to win my class. Second goal is to win overall. And then after that, I'll have to define my goals after that. But, you know, eventually, you know, I've never really talked about like my goals on, you know, here about bodybuilding, because I've kind of kept that to myself. But, you know, like, eventually I do want to go pro. You know, I would like to get, you know, maybe I won't talk about that. I'll leave that for another day. But, you know, in the end of all this, I do want to go pro. That's kind of like the big goal in my mind, you know. You know, I've found a lot of meaning and purpose out of bodybuilding, and like I would never start something and not want to like take it all the way. And, you know, I'm sure as I know, this is kind of what I want as like my career, you know, not bodybuilding specifically, but like the coaching, you know, being an entrepreneur and bodybuilding, all that in the same nine. That is what I want to do with my life, you know, so I want to take it as far as I can. So, you know, you just got to take the necessary steps to get there, you know. You can't expect the dunk, but can't make a layup first. So, you know, I want to win my class, and then an overall, and then like a regional show, and then a state show, and all that kind of stuff leading up to it. And one day become a pro. So that's kind of my goal with bodybuilding, all wrapped up in what else called Spark Notes or whatever, something like that. But Cliff Notes, wait, just summarize pretty much. But I'll be a pro one day. So don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. So, but for now, we stay the 20-year-old amateur natty boy and work our way up. So. Alrighty, I haven't wore, this is gonna be a fun fact, I haven't wore a cutoff for this entire prep because I'm more of a fan of this kind of gear long sleeves, sweats, all that kind of ish, but I'm gonna go throw on a cutoff. On that topic, comment down below, what kind of attire do you usually rock in the gym? Are you more of a gym bro, show everything off kind of guy? Or do you like staying covered up? I'm more of a stay covered up kind of guy. Being an ex-fat kid has one benefit, and it's being able to shovel food in an off season. But when you're in prep, dude, I just think I'm such a foodie. Like, I have to admit it. Like, if I didn't take the route of bodybuilding, I would be a fat slob. Like, it's actually hilarious. I think I'm gonna share one of my fat stories. So during COVID was when I got really big, and one of my go-to combos was the box pizzas, like the Totino's pizzas. Those were the best. And I would put chicken nuggets, or I would put the bag of Arby's curly fries on top and roll it up like a pizza blunt, and then I'd play Warzone all night. So if I didn't take like the route of like bodybuilding stuff, I'd be a fat fuck. Like, you know, man, you can lose all the weight, you can get the veins, get the abs, whatever. Still the same fat kid inside. The second I got done with that last set of laterals, went back in the locker room, threw on my oversized tee, and I feel so much better now. But I'm gonna wrap up this cardio, watch this podcast, train my client, and I'll get back to you guys at the truck.